Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Animated Talk. I want to talk briefly today about Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, and Don't Come Back. This is a film from 1980. This is the fourth and final of the Peanuts films from the original filmmakers, Charles Schultz, Bill Melendez, Bill Melendez, and of course Lee Mendelson. Now, this particular film, I think, is a it's definitely not my favorite out of the Peanuts films, and it's definitely from my least favorite era of the Peanuts. Starting with right around this time, really, the Peanuts started to become very much a series where I think the original drive behind Charles Schultz and his writing was starting to dry up a bit, and they didn't really have as original of ideas. The Peanuts characters in the beginning were always about thinking philosophically about life, about failure versus success, what it means to be a kid and growing up. Is growing up a innocent thing, or is it something where it can be sometimes difficult and stressful? These are things that made the Peanuts such a thoughtful and original series in the beginning. But at this point, I think Charles Schultz started to become more self-indulgent in his writing, and the film started to become more of these kind of just specials about the Peanuts and adventures of the Peanuts, as opposed to really asking questions about life and having those strong Peanuts themes going through their actions. For the most part, this film just has the Peanuts going overseas and showing the adventures of what it's like to go in the airports and talk to people with accents and eating different foods, and Snoopy driving through France and England, seeing Snoopy go to Wimbledon and play. All these things are really nice. I mean, there's lots of fun little happy moments, and there's a lot of little jokes here or there that you enjoy. It's nice watching Woodstock kind of get lost and then reunite with Snoopy on the plane, and then Snoopy's trying to hide Woodstock so that the bird's not seen, and so forth. Even the story of Charlie Brown's ancestor who was part of the war, and now there's kind of this pen pal thing that's gone on with this person from France. I mean, it's a nice story. However, it really doesn't have any deeper root in the theme of the Peanuts. Failure versus success, growing up versus staying innocent. None of those things are really here. And I really think that this was a chance for Charles Schultz to kind of indulge in his past life with the war and traveling. Of course, the chateau that is shown here is the same chateau that he stayed in during the war. And so this is very much, I think, a personal work for Charles Schultz, but it really doesn't have much deeper resonance for anyone that is not really caring about Charles Schultz's past. This is not something that really is going to stick with you and make you really think on some sort of deeper level, like some of the better earlier Peanut specials and films did. This is really just kind of an excuse for the Peanuts to have a bunch of adventures on airplanes and in cars and going through Europe. It may be enjoyable. It's kind of fun. I do very much enjoy also watching Peppermint Patty thinking that the person that they're staying with in France is interested in her, when really it's very clear that person's more interested in Marcy. I mean, stuff like that's enjoyable and fun, but at the end of the day, there's really nothing deeper going on here, and it's one of the more forgettable Peanut specials. And this particular era, there was a lot of that going on. The Peanuts were very much becoming more about these special events, and also talking about self-indulgent things for Charles Schultz that he was interested in at that time, and less about the Peanuts being such a original series and having a lot of those deeper themes kind of pulsating through the stories. It isn't here. So would I recommend this? If you are a Peanuts fan, sure, go ahead and watch this and pick it up. However, if you are somebody that really wants to see a strong film and something that's going to make you think and have some resonance with you, this isn't it. I would definitely go with the original A Boy Named Charlie Brown, which is a much deeper and more original film. Have a great day. Bye-bye.